Don't Bother Skateboarding Children. This is the chapter title in a book called 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. That chapter talks more specifically about masculinity, but I want to talk about skateboarding with a bit of a specific focus on the safety and development aspect of it. So here's the thing that happened. Over this past summer, COVID regulations came in and the skate park in Mission closed down for a little while. And a lot of bored kids and teenagers started using the level areas of our parking lot here at the church to start skating. Awesome, which is great. So I tried to get to know some of them, and I didn't do a great job because I can't really skateboard anymore. I'm not really a skater. But I was starting to get to know some of them and started chatting. And, what I started thinking is I would love to make this space hospitable to them. And they were stoked about that idea of having some ramps or a place to come skate that's not all the way down the hill where the skate park is near the rec center, up here on the plateau. So I spent the summer working alongside our insurers, and I set a goal of providing hospitable, fun, safe environment for anyone wanting to use this area to skate or scooter or bike or whatever is happening, because a lot of the younger kids scooter now. I started making some boxes. We're going to be making some other features and ramps. And I'm trying to learn to skateboard again, which is terrifying because my ankles and shins they feel a lot weaker than they did when I was 15. But here's the thing, that's something hugely important about learning difficult or high consequence sports or activities, especially physical consequences, because you develop a discipline to practice differently, right? Like most activities in the world, you have coaching or lessons, or you're part of a team and you have structured discipline practices. But something like skateboarding is so simple and mechanical because you have to take ownership over seeing very real physical consequences, realizing you need to progress your skills, because if you do the splits over top of a handrail, well, obvious consequence happening there, right? And so you start learning how to weigh your abilities with the consequence. You want to get up and over that. And there's another huge lesson that you learn when you skateboard or do activities like this. It's not about skateboarding, but simple things like that. When kids, teenagers learn physical consequence sports or hobbies or get into that kind of stuff, is when you fall, you shrug it off. That's part of the subculture there, because a scraped knee isn't a reflection of your character or your ability, your worth. It's a normal reality of skating or being a human, that if you fall in asphalt, you bleed. And there's actually an important faith walk tie-in with all this that applies, because Paul in Romans says too, he finds himself regularly not doing the things he wants to do, and he's only doing the stuff that he knows he shouldn't be doing. And it's this battle going on in his head. But in a life that is surrendered to Jesus Christ, that we know Jesus has died for our sins, he's forgiven us, and we live in grace, you start learning that we're caught in this human condition of temptations between the flesh and the spirit, and we have to learn to fall and get back up again, learn to repent well and aim for higher time and time again, and not realize that our falling short or our scraped knees are a reflection of our character, humanity. If you fall and you cry and make it this emotional issue, it's physical, it's simple. And when we fall short of God's expectation of us, Jesus Christ is there to pick us back up, and we can do it again. So when you ever see a kid skateboarding, don't bother them. Let them go for it. Let them scrape their knees a little bit. Let them develop well. And hey, maybe come by on Tuesdays and see me trying to learn how to skateboard and probably break my legs. So cheers, Cedar Valley.